Hello, and welcome to another update video about the NASDAQ. NASDAQ looks weaker than the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is analyzed every single day in our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description if you're interested, but it looks weaker because we currently see on the SPX, for example, that it's not yet broken below the lows of last week, whereas the NASDAQ has done that today, okay? So there's just something worth noting that the NASDAQ overall seems to be a little bit weaker, both, however, in a very similar structure. Also, the NASDAQ here, as you can see on the 30-minute chart, pushing higher overall, from this 5th of August low. We had a support zone back then. I will take it out now because we don't need it anymore. The market reacted there. The white count is currently the preferred scenario, which means that a substantial top is possibly formed in July. We had a 3-wave move down, which could be white wave A, a B wave corrective rally. Yeah, that's circle wave B in an ABC structure. And then we could move down in a C wave to, let's say, 15,000 or lower. So quite a substantial correction might be coming. However, I have to say that the NASDAQ could also reach a new all-time high. First of all, the B wave can overshoot. That's one point to mention, one aspect here. And the other one is that if the pullback was only an internal 4th wave, one more high could easily happen. But it would require more evidence. The thing is, the move overall here into the July highs is very much overstretched. We have a very strong rally, very much overextended. The problem is that the pullback was only in 3 waves. And if you're familiar with Elliott wave, then you know that any, let's say, corrective pullback, that's basically a 3-wave move. Any corrective pullback definitely always leaves the door open for higher prices. And therefore, I cannot rule out that this is simply this was simply a 4th wave pullback and we're moving up in wave 5. If that's the case, then we should hold this support area, rally once more, and then form another higher low and another higher high. I am, however, at the moment just watching for higher prices in both white and yellow counts. So it's very simple because they share one support area. The analysis is therefore quite simple. I wouldn't even worry about whether it's the yellow count or the white count. I would simply try to identify what is the support area, and it's here, defined between 19,167 and 19,592. Why is that the support area? Because it is based on the internal wave structure of this rally and the idea that we have a 1-2 setup, wave 3. This could be an internal 4th wave. And in an internal 4th wave, we don't want the market or the price break below the 50% retracement, which in this case is located at 19,167. And you can already see that we might be working on this C wave to the downside, which might get a few more downside squiggles. Again, it looks weaker than what we're tracking on the SPX, but could easily be that this is an A wave, a B wave, C wave down, which would then be 1, 2, 3. It might need another 4, 5 pattern. So that's what I'm tracking here on the NASDAQ, which means in very simple terms, we're watching for higher prices as long as support holds. Below support, it will become more likely that we're moving down in the white count, that we already topped in wave B, because in the primary count, we're only talking literally about maybe one more high, but most of the rally should have been done, right? But again, I'm not bearish yet until we break support and see a 5-wave move down, because even in this wave 1 down, we'd like to see 5 waves. And as long as we have, as long as we're holding above support, there's no sign that wave 1 has started. So break of support in 5 waves, something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be potentially bearish. But that's not happening at this stage. Not yet. Can't see it yet. Need to wait for evidence here. For now, the focus could be on higher prices still, and I see this as a corrective pullback. That's the update about the NASDAQ. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.